Hi, I'm Lori Searle, aka Lady Yoga with EnlightenUpTV.com. And today we're with Suzanne Rijneveld of Dino Apparel right here in Santa Monica. Now, Enlighten Up TV is how we meet with just regular, extraordinary individuals and how they bring yoga and fitness into their everyday life. Suzanne, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
So nice to have
Thanks.
you.
It's nice.
Now, Suzanne is incredibly intimidating and very inspiring because she wears so many hats. She's a mom, she's a business owner, with a very successful clothing business right here in Santa Monica, and I'm actually wearing some of Dino Apparel.
Amazing.
I just love it. I mean, it's like what I like to call yogi couture, but
Yeah, I love
it's
that.
stuff you can wear when you're going to the gym or going to the yoga studio, but you can also wear it out with your girlfriends, so it's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
And you've been doing this for a while now.
About 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah. So I started Dino right after I moved back to the U.S. from Holland.
Okay.
I was working there in corporate for years. And yeah, so I decided I wanted to start my own brand.
Excellent.
I had no design experience at all.
Wow.
It was very, it's been an expensive, graduate degree in small business. But yeah, so I started it about 5 years ago, and
Where'd you get
I've
the
got
name for Dino?
My son's name is Dino.
Okay.
Yeah, he inspired me to create a line that would, make women feel feminine and be functional. And I have so many, mom friends, obviously. So, and I would see these women leaving daycare and running around the streets in their sweatpants and pajamas. And I thought, well, we can do better than that. We're not washed up after having kids and being in our 40s. So he inspired me to create the line. And
now, you're a yogi and you practice yoga. You actually go to the studio and practice, but I can imagine that you probably, just like me, just like many people, don't always have the time. You have a very busy day being a mom and a business owner. So how do you take what you've learned on the mat and bring it into your everyday life?
I tend to, I gravitate, because of the needs I have for my lifestyle, I gravitate towards small movements and breathing. That's really my practice. I love to do the physical part of yoga as well, but I find that I get the most out of, in my day-to-day, the breathing and the smaller movements. So things like heart openers, some of the, like the hip stretches. So something like simple, where you just put your ankle on your and lean forward. Small
and this
hip
is like
stretches.
this is sort of like your master control, sort of like your working station. So for those people who are at home who work at their desk all day, this is a great thing. So just crossing over your, and actually you can feel it right away. You don't even need to do any movement after that. Just crossing the ankle alone
exactly
stretches the thigh and the hip. And we both know, being women, that we hold a lot of emotions in our hips. Men and women do. So it's a really great way to kind of just release.
Yeah, release.
Gotta do the other side too, of course.
And I always feel it in one side more than the other. Yeah. But even just something as simple as that changes my mood. It shifts me, and it almost makes me feel more empowered in a strange way.
Well, I would imagine for you too, because you had sort of likened your day to like being on a freight train, and it's like, all aboard. You start from, working with Dino and getting him off to school, and then it's like action, 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 and then sometimes you're stagnant at your desk. So how do you remember, I need to breathe or I need to stretch?
We were talking about how in the morning when I wake up, I literally visualize a freight train, and I know that my morning's going to start with a lot of physical, small things, making breakfast, getting Dino off to school, getting my own day, my own self started. But then I sit down and I check my emails, and of course, what my schedule was the night before has always changed. Yeah. So you have to be very flexible, right? Yeah. So what I do is really take that time to kind of ease into my morning on emails with, probably between 9 and 10:30. So I'm at my desk anyway. So a lot of times I just have to remember to, I just tell myself, take 3 breaths. It's going to take 3 minutes. It's going to take no time out of your morning to take those breaths.
I would imagine it's just getting into the habit of doing it. Like I'm on email for an hour and a half. It's time to stretch. And what are some of those seated stretches that you enjoy?
It's simple. I sit straight. I feel my sit bones so that my body's aligned, and I I just breathe. I do ujjayi breathing for probably 3 or 5 breaths.
Which is just that deep inhale and exhale through the nose. Tiny little snore breath, but if you're new to it at home, it's just a deep breath in and out through the nose.
Right.
You feel it all the way to the base of your belly, and that's almost instantly relaxing.
It is. And then taking my arms behind my back if I need more. I mean, obviously we are now growing into, it is.
Tell me how you do this while walking the dog. I love this story.
Right. So a lot of times, and I have a big German Shepherd, and I'll just walk the dog. I'll take my arms behind my back like this with the leash, like it's a band, and I'll just stretch back. And then if I realize that she's calm enough to not lunge at squirrels, I'll lean forward, and I'll do a little stretch that way.
Yeah.
And then I'll walk another couple blocks and I'll do it again. It's just simple little, or I'll take one arm behind here with the leash, and the leash is back here. Yeah. And so it's a very simple, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, it's very simple. There's a lot of, and we didn't talk about this yet, but it is important to my practice, is twisting at my chair.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And it's so easy to do. You're just sitting in your chair.
Yeah.
You can even be on speakerphone with your clients.
Yeah.
I need an order by tomorrow. Stat. I don't know.
And then you turn this way and go, I love that fabric swatch. I love red.
I think it's great too, because you are so inspiring. You're from balancing having a child and having this wonderful business where, I'm constantly feeling beautiful in my clothes by Dino. And she doesn't make excuses. You find that time. Might not find the time to get on the mat, but you find that time. And even if it's just, you're in the practice of being able to do it, but if it's just setting an alarm on your phone, and I have this alarm on my phone. It's not the big honking alarm, but just to remind me every few hours to take a frickin' breath. And it actually says take a frickin' breath. It's an involuntary motion, but I, even as a yoga teacher, need to be reminded to take a breath. Frickin' breath. Yeah. So even if it's an alarm or having something on your refrigerator or at your workstation. A little sticky note or something that just
That's true. It could say take a breath. Take a freaking breath. It could.
Take a freaking breath.
We were talking about how you don't need to be in a pose to take a breath, right?
Exactly.
So you can do that anywhere. You
don't need a pose to take a breath. It's a good motto to live by.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Suzanne.
Thank you.
This has been great. And
Thank
very
you.
inspiring. So if you want to find out more about Enlighten Up TV and the great people that we talk to and bringing yoga and fitness into your everyday, check us out at EnlightenUpTV.com. And thank you, LA Yoga Magazine, for being a part of this. You can go to LAYogaMagazine.com or LadyYogaSuperhero.com for Enlighten Up TV. I'm Lori Searle, aka Lady Yoga, and Suzanne from
Dino Apparel at DinoApparel.com.
Right. So you can shop.
Yeah, you can shop Dino online, as well as at Exhale Center for Sacred Movement on Main Street, Casa del Mar, and then Exhale at the Fairmont.
La-di-da. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Suzanne.
Namaste. Thank you.
A little next stretch.
Yes.
To go.
Perfect.
Next stretch to go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Feels good. Yeah.
Great in my Dino. So flexible in the Dino.
Yes.